Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp Blind. Last episode, we as Max kicked Grit's butt, and it looks like now we get to play as Sammy. Sammy's debut. The game knows we've been waiting for this. Versus Eagle. The Eagle has landed, time to clip his wings. Why on earth would I use anybody but Sammy on a map called Sammy's Debut? Also, that is not a lot of clothes.
Try to keep up.
Alright, Sammy, show us what you can do other than be adorable and flaunt yourself.
Oh, man.
Sure. Although, isn't that briefing rather than debriefing? Debriefing is what you get after a mission. It's like an after-action report. Nobody uses this word correctly. Oh, well. Oh, we get a fighter jet and a bomber. Hey, and our fighter jet actually looks like a fighter jet and not a ground support jet. So they're not fighter bombers then, they are a pure fighter air-to-air craft. Is this Sammy's theme? Because it's pretty good. I mean, I've only heard the first few notes of it, but it is pretty good. Oh, and it's another Fog of War map.
Yes.
Okay.
Select this unit, please.
Well, if it's anything like Eagle's bomber that we encountered before, it's going to be pretty powerful. Sounds like a good plan, Nell. Didn't quite one-shot him, though.
Nice shot.
That's a lot of fuel usage. Do we have an airport to refuel them? Is that really intel? I mean, isn't that more like basic? No, never mind.
Not bad, Andy.
Nice work, kid. Come on.
Alright, well. He's still got a lot of attack choppers we need to take out. And we need to finish this off. It's a pretty adorable laugh. I think I can officially deem myself a Sammy fanboy. I have a feeling that I'm probably not the only one. Let's get some copter versus copter action. Oh, we've got a bunch of anti-air as well. Geez, if I had been paying attention to that. I have a feeling I didn't really deploy my units in the most optimal way at all. It almost makes me want to restart the turn, to be honest. I feel like I played that pretty poorly, actually. Yeah, let's reset turn. Yeah, let's do that over again. Oops. I meant to say no this time. Oh well.
this.
Seriously, Sammy has pretty adorable expressions.
Nice shot. Okay. Not bad.
Nice.
Okay, now, let's try to deploy our units a little more intelligently this time. Yeah, that's better. This one still can't get in range to attack anything, unfortunately. But this one can. Okay, we've wrecked Eagle's initial air forces pretty effectively that time. Pretty satisfied with that. Looks like I don't have any recon units, unfortunately. No factories, so what we've got is what we've got. Alright, let's scout with an APC, actually. Okay, way looks pretty clear. Let's move into medium tank. The artillery. Looks like that mission against Olaf, the Blizzard battle, really was a difficulty spike. Meaning the difficulty's coming back down after it went sharply up there. Though, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Never know, this mission could suddenly become very difficult. Actually, hang on. So just how much range does this have? So if I move it to say... Oh, it is very slow, however. Well, if I move it to there... No. Alright, well let's do this. Load up our transport helis. I'll try not to call them Chinooks. Although they look a lot like Chinooks, not gonna lie. So maybe I will call them Chinooks. More of my Command and Conquer lineage showing. Lineage? I don't think that's the right word. Oh yeah, you can cross water. Well, it's like a reasonable force deployment to me, but let's see.
I won't be beaten again.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Eagle. You're not up against Andy, you're up against Sammy. And more to the point, you're up against me. Setting aside Mission 6, I am undefeated, so this should frighten you. Coming to within range of my anti-air rockets wasn't the smartest thing for that helicopter to do. Okay. That went very well. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's see Sammy's CO info. An infantry unit specialist that has trouble with other ground units. She's a proud graduate of Special Forces training. Alright, so she's really good with her infantry and not as good with, like, tanks and stuff. Sammy's foot soldiers gain plus 20 to firepower and plus 10 to defense and can capture properties at 150% speed. For other direct combat units, suffer -10 to firepower. Transport units gain +1 to movement range. Likes chocolate, dislikes cowards. The power is double time. Sammy's foot soldiers gain +1 to movement range, +35 to firepower, and +15 to defense. Their movement costs are reduced to 1 across all terrain, regardless of weather. Her other units gain a small bonus to firepower and defense. That sounds pretty darn good if you have a lot of infantry. But her real special power is rocking that tank top. Alright, let's continue the assault. Alright, I'm going to continue using my APC as a scout since I don't have a recon. Okay. Oh boy, that's a bomber. Where's my fighter jets? Oh wow, their range is insane. So I'm going to say those kind of look like toy versions of F-15s? I think they most resemble an F-15. Like I said, a very toy version thereof. Let's go ahead and finish off that bomber. Oh, apparently helicopters cannot attack bombers. Never mind then. My anti-airs can't get there. Alright, we're going to take a hit from the bomber, but luckily it's down to 2 HP, so shouldn't do too much damage. Can't quite get into range to attack that infantry. That's okay. We'll hit him with this helicopter. And this one. Oh geez, another bomber? Oh, this infantry is about to get wrecked. Oh boy. Oh, and that's an enemy fighter. Let's keep our bomber out of its range. That seems smart. Oh, hold on. How far can you go? Okay, let's go up here. Oh, angry Sammy. Oh no, my transport helicopter. Well, I have a feeling that little scouting force I sent to the south is just going to get wiped out. Might have spoken too soon on the ease of this mission. This is seeming like a tough one, actually. Because we're suddenly getting our butts whooped.
When it comes to fighting Orange Star, I'll pull no punches.
Yeah, I see that. Oh no.
Lightning drive.
Oh no. Honestly, if anything, I'm surprised that infantry unit survived the turn. What a disaster. That lightning drive is a really strong power. Oh wow, can't believe that transport heli survived that. Okay. Yikes. Let's review what Sammy's power does. Oops. CO, that's what I wanted. +1 movement range, +35 firepower, +15 defense. Movement cost reduced to 1 across all terrain. Other units gain a small firepower and defense bonus. Nothing's in range of my anti-air rockets. I should have been moving these forward the whole time, and I wasn't, so that was pretty stupid. Let's see. Yeah, let's use her power.
Now it's my turn. Double time.
Alright, now unfortunately, most of the enemy's stuff here is air, which our infantry aren't going to be able to fight, but... No, let's take out the bomber. Alright, counterattack begins. Take out this infantry squad. That's fine. That clears the way for this one to finish him off. There we go. It'd be helpful if I could get this bomber down here to take care of these tanks. Of course, it's probably just going to get shot down by this fighter, but what can you do? I've got to try to use it. I can't just have it hang back the whole time. You retreat. Live to fight another day. So if you have rocket launchers, can you shoot at... Yeah, you can shoot at helicopters. Good. Except that you use your machine guns against helicopters, okay? Strange. I would think we'd be able to go through the space occupied by a helicopter. Doesn't really make much sense that it blocks ground units. If I had realized it was doing that, I probably would have put more effort into taking it down. We struggle to do much damage to it. Yeah, we are really struggling against that helicopter. I have a feeling this battle's not going great. Not really going in our favor. Well, goodbye, transport helicopter. You served me well. Okay, let's try to shoot down this fighter, which amazingly enough didn't shoot down my bomber. Ah, geez, you didn't quite finish it. Come on, take it down. There you go. Oh, there's another fighter here. Good grief, he has stuff everywhere. I doubt that... No. They can attack helicopters but not fighters, which is pretty reasonable. I need to find that tank again, scout it out so I can take it out with my bomber. Man, that thing is slow. It's unbelievably slow. Aha! Found you. Alright, Bomber, do what you do so well. Good. Weakening that up. Well, I don't know, we seem to be doing okay. He mostly just has fighters buzzing around now, and I'm not going to do anything to my ground units, so... Of course, we don't know what's in the fog. Oh, my bomber! How dare you do this? Wait, he's now where my AA can't get at it as well. That's super annoying. Oh well, can get at that one. That was pretty good. I do like that our fighters look more like fighters. It's so weird that they used a ground support A-10 Warthog as like a fighter model. Okay. I wonder if he's got anything guarding his HQ. Could send the mechs forward to investigate that. Lost my APC, so I can't use that for scouting anymore. Ah, let's just finish off the light tanks with our medium. Excellent. Now we've got our armored convoy moving up the road. Sure. Just to be cheeky, go ahead and capture it. Now, I've read that in the sequel, it takes 30 to capture... I don't know if it's everything or just enemy HQs. And Sammy's plus 50% capture bonus is way more useful there because it lets her capture things in 2 turns instead of when it takes everyone else 3 turns. That's what I read, and I don't even know if I'm remembering that correctly, but if it's accurate, that's going to be interesting seeing how that compares in the sequel. Oh boy, it's an enemy helicopter. Oh, my fighters! He had another bomber! Wow, his bomber one-shotted my medium. That's bad. Yeah, go ahead and use it.
Here I come. Double time.
Alright, well, let's shoot down this fighter here. Let's hope he left his HQ undefended so we can just waltz up and capture it. Because otherwise we're going to struggle a bit here, I think. I'm not seeing a whole lot of defenders over here. Oh, right. I keep forgetting. Helicopters actually block ground travel. That still doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess we don't have much choice but to attack it then. Okay, that didn't go well. Well, let's send in the bomber. And these guys can't really do much. I don't know, let's just capture this city to be cheeky. The artillery can't really get anything done either. Yeah, I think the play is going to be to capture this HQ. Let's hope it's as undefended as it looks. Oh boy, he charged his lightning strike or whatever it's called. So he's about to ream my forces. Yep.
The eagle soars above you.
Lightning drive, that's right. Goodbye, artillery. Well, so much for my armor column. But I think I may have just won the cheeky way. Unless he's got a bunch of forces hiding in these trees to come kill me while I try to do this. I'm not seeing any sign of that being the case. Yeah, let's take out his bomber. That's what you get. Shoot down all your aircraft. Unfortunate. Okay, that went pretty favorably for us. And we're both low on ammunition. Is this the last unit he has on the map? Apparently not. He's got something else somewhere, so we'll win with the HQ capture.
Commander.
Alright, that was tough. Not nearly as bad as Blizzard Battle. Maybe the second toughest map we've done so far, though. That was fairly challenging. There's air units everywhere hiding in the fog of war. You sure did, Eagle.
It happens to the best of us.
Sure does. Oh, goodness. Adorable anger.
I would like to apologize for my behavior.
Okay. All of a sudden we're pals.
No way!
You seem like a handful, Sammy.
Onward!
Oh wow, it didn't think much of my technique, but my speed and power were on point. Well, that was a fun map. Oh, we're close to being able to afford grit in the shop.
Hey there!
I'm not as interested in the collectibles, Hachi. I'll buy those when I have no more maps or COs to buy.
Look who's here!
Look to the horizon.
Oh,
Like a plague, here comes the Orange Star Army. Not content with their own lands, they've come to steal mine.
alright, looks like next up we're going to be fighting in not Japan. Also, that's a great point. Why are we invading their country? Weren't we just trying to defend our country against an invasion by Blue Moon?
Never, I say, never! Kanbei's elite forces shall drive them
Aren't
back.
we the aggressors now? Okay, whatever. Looks like next up we're fighting Kanbei. Interesting. So, I just realized. Yeah, that's been the toughest battle so far. Mission 9 Blizzard Battle, rated at 4. This one was way easier, yet it was also rated 4. This one was honestly probably the second toughest one after this, yet it's rated 3. So, I don't know, these difficulty ratings don't always seem to reflect the amount of challenge that I get out of the mission, so I'll take them with a grain of salt. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Next up, we invade not Japan. Hopefully, you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.